Welcome back. Welcome back. So we are back here to continue our backtesting exercise. As you can see, price continued higher. So our general analysis of likely seeing higher prices was accurate, and it was a great video in detailing how I originally determined that we were within high probability conditions, but how market price action changed that viewpoint into becoming ultimately low probability conditions for a trade setup. Now, naturally, there would have been something for someone, but for me, there was nothing there. So, I'm going to clear out the hourly levels. Okay. I'm going to venture out to take a quick look at the daily. See what we've got. We have a volume imbalance there, so let's take that up into here. Okay. So I just want to have a quick look. Oh God, I always annoy myself when I've got 4-hour PD arrays on the daily. Frustrating. Okay, so we're likely to have a daily fair value gap forming there, which is fine. So what I'm going to do first and foremost is let's go to next session, and then we should be able to go to London just so we can have a look. And let's go out to the daily. So I'm going to remove that for now. Let's not remove that, let's just utilize it. I'm going to get rid of the inversion. I'm not a massive fan of inversions, but they are useful if they are identified correctly. Get rid of that. Okay, so we want that. I'm going to get rid of this guy here, just purely because we've got the daily busy, so the reality is the market would have to trade through that level in order to then see something, in order to trade down to get rid of that, get rid of that and that, and we want this to come here. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. So nothing further to add from a daily standpoint. Drop down to the 4 hour. Let's see what we've got. So it certainly appears now that we're in a market maker buy model. I am going to mark up this 4 hour inside the daily. Okay. And I will be doing the same on the other assets. Oh, let's just sit up. Let's get this looking a bit better. And yes, we do have a a BC above the marketplace from where we currently are, and I will be marking that up as well, although currently I'm not too sure what benefit it will provide, but nonetheless it's there. I suppose it could provide some benefit. Let's not rule that out just yet. Okay. Right, so now I want to look at okay, so we have this low, that low, and that low. Interestingly, I've deleted the true week open, so let's just get that. Sorry, at times I end up mumbling to myself just because I'm in deep thought and I'm sort of asking myself, oh, it is there, it's just underneath. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, so we've got the swing low. We can Q1. Just make a reference to this. Just update so we know where we are in price during the week and what key levels we're potentially interacting with. Super important. So there we go. Now we can sort of cover this one off. I don't know why I just did that. I don't know why I just did that. What a donut. What a donut. That's the previous day's low. No clear high. And this is just Q1. And not that one. Okay. Okay. Right. So higher time frame perspective, all things necessary. As you know, although I did delete it, this fair value gap here is key. Alright. Yeah, would have been key. But anyway, I digress. So that's the high time frame. So let's go and get some information. So we're heading into Wednesday, the 2nd. Got some key bits of news that we need to be aware of. So OPEC is an all-day meeting, but we also have ADP non-farm payroll change, and obviously the main non-farm payroll is on Friday. So here we go. Let's have a look at what we've got. So IF is to the upside. That hasn't changed. Okay. So I'm just taking the narration from yesterday. So following the high time frame displacement initiated by the high time frame SMT at the lows, this is currently to the upside. Bullish fair value gaps being rebalanced or being left unfilled. That is true. And also old lows being manipulated whilst old highs are being displaced through. So all of that is still true, hasn't changed. External range liquidity, internal range liquidity. Just want to touch base on this. Can actually be deleted. I don't need that. Okay. Interesting. Hang on. Oh, because that needs to go. Okay. So external range liquidity. Let's just go back to the daily. External range liquidity at the lows. Traded to internal range here and here. Which is clearly pointing to a run towards liquidity above the marketplace. But obviously, if you're looking at the market here, the inflection point, the daily inflection points are closely within proximity. So they are likely to be a roadblock in price, but ultimately external to internal. So following the purge of the sell side below the old low, my immediate attention turns internal range liquidity in the form of the SIBIs above the marketplace, which is true. The market is traded into the higher SIBI. So I want the... Okay, so let's see where we're at. the market has since traded through the CBD on a closing basis. Therefore, this could indicate higher prices and a liquidity pool above the marketplace. Okay, so that's sort of the focus. I would need to see a high time frame cracking correlation at the lows, ideally below the true week open, to support such a trade idea. Okay, so that's that part. TOs. So bearing in mind that with how current price is, that's the 4 hour, in order to, if you will, be involved in the continuation, I need to see, I need to see higher I need to see a cracking correlation at the lows and then higher prices. Right, TOs. I have noted clear swing points referring to the previous day's low. Therefore, as this is below the true week open, this would support potential higher prices if coupled with a high time frame correlation. Okay, simple stuff. Oh, that's not, bleeding hell. That's SPs, it's not TOs. Apologies. Let's just edit that. Okay, TOs. Currently, all members are above their true week open. However, I have not noted clean highs above the true week open in which a high probability short could be taken. Okay. And in terms of high time frame cracking correlation, there isn't one currently, so no need to discuss further there. So I am going to drop to the hourly, and I'm going to forward on to beginning of the next session, because there isn't anything to there isn't anything to actually right, so start off at the lows. We've obviously got London low here. We want that annotated. Got a London high. Okay, better. Much better. Okay. So let's just take these two key levels. So why are these levels so key? Well, primarily because uh, hmm. Primarily because it's the hourly liquidity pool that I want to see purged. Now it doesn't always have to be this liquidity pool. It does not have to be London. It could be something else. But London is the one that is likely to have a lot of liquidity resting below in the event that it's purged as part of framing a trade relative to the low time frame. That's why oh gee whiz. Why am I struggling to see what I'm after? There we go. Okay. And then I want to put that in here. Okay. And finally there. Right, okay. So yes, we do have a lower SIBI that might come into question at a later point, but it's not pertinent right now. Okay. And then above the marketplace, what is our okay. Cool. Good, good. Right. This is just the slow part of everything, just making sure our key price levels are oh. Right, okay. Drop back to the hourly. Fact, we're going to drop to the 15. Right. Okay, so that's that. Right. Okay. What have I done here? Yeah, that's fine. Actually, I tell a lie. It's no 9:30. Make that equities open. Alright, I think we're set. 15-minute. We're going to see where we're at. Do hate the 5-minute doing this, but unfortunately it needs to be done. We'll go up to the high impact news. Alright, so nothing really to report now. I'm just going to stop it there. Let's just go and have take a quick look at the hourly. We do have, which is interesting. Really, did I write that? Shame on me. Absolute schoolboy. Okay. Well, I've said okay, but I haven't actually done what it was. I was actually aiming to do, which was this fair value gap here, which is ultimately being respected. Right. This one out, and then let's get this one set up. Now, if we're bearish, we're probably expecting these to fail, or at least one of them. Right, so we're going to drop down to the 15. Everything is purging. Yeah, no downside. Right, let's just enlarge this. Oh, Jesus. Right, let's see what's going on. High impact news driver. Wow. So let's unpack. Price has traded into Bissy, rejected. Some of the bodies of the candles have closed below CE. I need to see a run below the previous day's low, which is increasingly unlikely. Okay. Oh, I'm still on the hourly. God damn. Let's see what we get. I mean, we ideally want to be below the true week open if we're going long. So we're just going to stop that. We're getting to equities open, which is there. And I guess there's no chance that. Oh, yeah, it's quite a track just the previous day's low. So currently we've got a bit of a decoupling in the market. ES and NQ repricing lower, YM wanting to reprice higher. This is really low probability stuff right now. Let's have a look. Like I said, they're all trading above their previous week open, but no clear liquidity pool. So likelihood finds some support. And then sort of be good to go. So let's go to equities open. Let's see what it brings. There's nothing for me to take. I'm not going to take anything based off of a H1 SL London, when especially New York hasn't got that. Needs to be high time frame. Let's see. Okay. YM does look like he wants to support higher prices. We'll see. We'll see. Right. As I said, low probability conditions for me. It's traded down into. Let's just have a look on the hourly. Do we have? No. What time are we? 11 o'clock. 5 minutes past 11. Nothing supporting a trade idea for me at present. Right. Let's continue this. Certainly looks. But again, there was no previous high, so the sell-off was probably, someone sitting there going, we're selling off and so on. It's probably obvious. Yeah, I think that is it from price action. Really, really lethargic price action, as we can see. Hopefully Thursday is going to set a, which we can see here, Thursday appears to have set a low and the high of the day. But in terms of okay, let's stop that. Nothing more to see here. That will bring essentially an end to that. We've probably got. Well, let's just have a look, because it's going to be interesting. So the 4-hour will show it. Yeah, it certainly looks like higher prices. So let's just drop down to the hourly. I think we can agree we've almost finished this hourly. I mean, you had this BISI, didn't hold, held 2 inversion points down. Inversion fair value gap, 2 candles down into the BISI hourly. Then he made his say. I'm thinking about football. Got football on my mind. Traded down into the BISI and into this 4-hourly BISI, and then we've seen a rejection. This BISI H1 hasn't held. Traded down and back through. So that, to me, we don't need that. It's not really. I have no idea why I've got. Oh, it's for that down there, which it's for that. Supported, rejected, and it stayed sort of rejected from that point. And this one as well, not necessary. We could have some form of SMT that has. I don't believe that we have. It's not something that I'm going to be looking at. So to me, the market is just in a position where it's going to start setting up. I'm hopeful that it's actually going to set something up for tomorrow, because we seem to be having a high and a low form, which is a really good sign, and can be an indicator that we could have some really good swing points, which is going to be interesting. So yeah, very much thinking positively until tomorrow. Okay, and that will be the end of this session. So not much really to report, but it does look as though, oh, hello, it does look as though we are venturing into certain territories. You can see just there with YM and NQ and ES how decoupled the market is. That is low probability conditions. You don't want to be getting involved in that. You will get chopped up, and your analysis will be very difficult to really pinpoint a setup. So hopefully you found this one insightful. I do apologize that it wasn't as flavorful as others, but still important. So review, take away what you need to take away. Again, I determined that this was high probability if it traded down into the lows, but low probability if it fell to trade, if it continued to trade higher. So that was my analysis. Hopefully you found something useful in there, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy.